friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Connie. Today we are making a sugar-free pumpkin roll. I am going to try my hand at it. I have never tried a pumpkin roll sugar-free or not sugar-free. This will actually be my first time ever making one. So we are going to try. I asked in my last video if anybody would be interested in seeing how this is made, and I had a couple of you comment and said you were interested, so this is for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first of all, we are going to go over the ingredients that you will need. This is for the cake itself. You will need 3 large eggs, room temperature, baking soda, cinnamon, almond flour, your choice of sweetener, which I am using Swerve, pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie filling, vanilla, a little bit of coconut flour, and pumpkin pie spice. For the filling, you will need 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. You will need 4 tablespoons of butter, softened. You will need your powdered sweetener, a dash of cinnamon, and you will also need vanilla extract for that as well. I will have all of the measurements down in the description box below so you guys know exactly what to use. So let's go ahead and get going. Okay, I'm using my stand mixer. You will need to have your oven set at 350, preheating for this. I'm using my stand mixer to make it quicker. You can use your hand beaters if you don't have a stand mixer. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to crack the eggs. All right, those are taken care of. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to beat the eggs 2 to 3 minutes until they're frothy. Okay, it's looking pretty frothy to me. So the next step is to add your pumpkin. I'm just going to put it on slow and add my pumpkin. And your sweetener. And the vanilla. We're going to let that mix a little bit. This down so it's all incorporating in there. Just trying to get it all in there. Alright, the next goes in is the dry ingredients. So you have your almond flour, You have your coconut flour. You have your pumpkin pie spice. You have your cinnamon. And you have your baking soda. And you let all that mix together. To be combined. All right, I have my pan here. It has the parchment on it and has been sprayed. And the next thing we're going to do, spread this onto the paper evenly as we can. 10 by 13, I think this is, or 10 by 15. This is about as close as I have. I'm just going to spread it out as evenly as possible. Because remember, we need to be able to roll this. So I don't think you want it too thin. I'm sure it's going to puff up too. It smells good. Okay. That looks good. I think it's about even as it's going to be. All right. There we go. So that's what we're looking like so far. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 13 to 15 minutes. And we'll be back when I pull it out. Okay, here she is. This is after she's been baked. Give you an up close look. She's really hot. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take some powdered sugar and we are going to put it over it. It says lightly, but you know what? It's the holidays. Put however much you want on there. Because that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to... I don't have a fancy shaker, just got my fingers, so that's what we're using. Just put however much powdered sugar you want on it. And it is still hot, so keep that in mind. Be careful. Alright. So we got powdered sugar on there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over. So I have some cheesecloth that I'm going to use to roll it with. So I'm going to flip it over onto a rack and then it's going to go onto this here. How good I can do with this. Okay. We're going to remove this. There we go, and that's the bottom of it. So what you're going to need to do is you can powder sugar this side as well, which is what I'm going to do. You can use a towel to wrap it. You can use the parchment paper. You can, I'm trying the cheesecloth idea. I can't see why it wouldn't work, but I guess we'll find out. As long as it rolls it up, it should be fine, right? Like I said, this is my first time making this, so we'll see how it comes out. I worked at a bakery for many, many years, but I was a cake decorator, and many of our items like this came in to us. But I did watch different, over the years, how things were made, and best job I ever had. Miss it. Okay, so there's that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to roll it. So just be careful. So you'll take it. Make sure you guys can see this. And you're going to take the end of it and you're going to roll it. Yes, it's still warm. So be very careful, and you want to roll it quite tight from what I understand. So, success. We have a rolled pumpkin roll. So what we're going to do is we need to set this aside and let it cool. And while that is cooling, we are going to make the cream cheese that goes inside of it. Okay, now that the cake is cooling, we are going to go ahead and make the filling. So we are going to add the cream cheese first. I like to use Philadelphia cream cheese for baking. It's my favorite, but use whatever you have on hand. Make sure it is at room temperature. And then you're also going to need 4 tablespoons of butter. And we are going to beat those two together. It's all getting stuck in there. I get stuck there. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. A little bit of cinnamon. And my powdered sugar. Knock down just a little bit so we can get all incorporated in there. I think my butter was a little too hard, and it's been on the counter for half an hour. So what happens when you get cheap butter? We're gonna make it work. Okay, I think that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay, here it is. I cleaned off the sides and got it all incorporated. So it's supposed to be nice and fluffy like that. So let's go ahead. This is cooled off. Let's go ahead and unroll it softly, carefully. A little bit right here, but other than that, actually didn't do that bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the cream cheese into it. And I feel like I should use a spatula. Okay, I have a spatula. Evenly as possible. Walnuts. Actually, I might add some walnuts in here. That sounds good. All right, I noticed that my audio is cutting in and out a little bit, so I'm just going to do a voiceover on this part. I am just spreading the cream cheese in here. Just try to not make it too thick. Try to spread it out thinly as possible. That way it makes it easier to roll. And I was getting a little bit close to the edge, but it all turned out really good. You can add walnuts to it if you want to, or pecans. I was going to do that. I mentioned that right before this, but I think that cut out too. Totally forgot about it, but that would be really, really good in this. Just give it that little bit of crunch and a little bit extra flavor. I'm not going all the way to the edge. Well, I guess I did in some places, but for the most part, I'm not. This rolled back up, it has to chill in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 hours. Specks of butter in there that didn't melt. So make sure that your butter, that's why I was having an issue apparently. I knew it was the butter, but it will be fine. Beautiful. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to re-roll it again. Okay, once again, my audio cut out. I don't know why this keeps happening, but okay. What I'm doing is I'm just taking it and I'm using the cheesecloth to help me roll it all the way back up. Just take your time with this. Don't rush it. And try to go as tight as you can with it. It's a little fidgety, but it works out. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in some plastic wrap. And then I will put it in the refrigerator. And I will let it cool about 2 to 3 hours and see where we're at there. Grab down so we can roll it. There we go. I'm just going to roll it in some plastic wrap. And I'm going to let it chill for a few hours and then we'll come back and do a taste test. Okay, everybody, it is all cooled off and this is what it looks like. It looks so good. Smells good. And I have my favorite taste tester here. So we're gonna give it a shot. Let's try this. Here we go. Here's your piece. And let me get mine. Okay. Let's That's what it looks like on the inside. Yum. Ready?
Mm.
Cheers.
Tastes good.
That is good. Thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good. So, yes, guys. I say yes.
So,
With a mouthful, he says yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep half of this. I'm going to roll it up and freeze it and put it in the freezer for Thanksgiving. But I can't really tell it's sugar-free, can you?
nope.
It tastes just like a regular pumpkin roll, you guys. This is exciting. There's some things that we make that have almond flour in it that are a little iffy, but the almond flour, I think, really brings out the flavor in this. Don't you?
Yes, it does.
So this is a total thumbs up. And this would be great to make for the holidays or anytime. So there you go. Thank you to the ones who said that they wanted to see this video. I'm glad we tried it. And I hope you try it too. Let me know down in the comments if you do. All right. I hope everybody has a great night and a happy Thanksgiving. Tell everybody happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye.